Hello and welcome to the No Fame Podcast, Null Shore Episode 8, The Lighthouse. Just at the top of the show, we wanted to remind everyone, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser, to leave us a lovely little review as it helps the visibility of our show and helps our podcast grow. It would mean a lot to us and we really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into the next episode of Null Shore.
Ed, do you have any idea where this might be? Are there any fishing shacks that this might be? I mean, the time between when this water sounding video was posted wasn't that much of a gap from when it showed up on Lawrence's phone, so.
Yeah, so like
it's too far from the coastline.
I'll basically just like I'll display all of the metadata from.
That means nothing to me.
No, but that's what I mean. Like I'll display all of it on the screen, and then I'll like use my finger and kind of run across the screen to show them like, okay, well this is the location, and then I'll like quickly go to like Google Map and see if I can, you know what I mean, like cross-reference it for them.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
Coordinate there.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what the fuck is on your phone. But if you're looking for fishing shacks, then DM. Do I know where there are any?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of, an absolute ton of fucking fishing shacks and cabins and, it's like the shore. There's fucking a million shacks and cabins.
Yeah, but up the shore, you also know by looking at any cabin who owns what cabin.
Right.
Based on what is in the video and everything else we've discussed, would I have any idea where that is?
Here's what I will say about all of that is earlier the kind of team role was a 12 with looking at the video footage and stuff, but with the metadata nat 20, you guys all kind of huddle around and like Chad pokes his head in. Lawrence is still like on the ground, just like sweet Christ, just let me die.
Chad sets a beard down next to
you guys
Lawrence.
all kind of like huddle around. Yeah, the combination of Search Team 7 and Chad gather around. And you start looking through the metadata, and then Anne kind of sparks, like you saw in the woods earlier, but then the spark kind of goes through all of you like a static shock, like you all just got shocked slightly, and it ends up at the laptop, and then you see like the sky, even though it's nighttime, the moon is out, and it's not like pitch black, when you got a nice like full moon, it's a nice bright, nice, like especially in the middle of nowhere, like the nights can be pretty bright with a clear sky, and everything seems to go like dark, and all of the terrain around you starts to go dark, and you see these little black globules floating up in circles around you, and the screen starts like going through data and like scanning, and the maps are kind of like swiping and zooming around and like zooming in and zooming back out, and Anne looks a little bit freaked out, and you all are kind of like experiencing this maybe Glomin thinks it's shrooms. I don't know what Glomin's thinking, but everyone for now is kind of like, you all look at each other as all of this is happening, and the static shock is still like kind of happening. It's no longer hurting, but it's forming this connection with like the laptop and with everyone there. And then you see the screen stops moving. The map is zoomed in on the coastline of Null Shore, but the map is like, even though you're using probably like Google Maps or some shit, I would imagine.
Yeah, it'd probably be Google Map.
Yeah. Even though you probably like whatever, I don't know what you're using, what terrain view or street view, whatever bullshit it has.
It'd probably be, if it was Xander, it'd probably be terrain view.
Yeah. It doesn't look like terrain view. The map is this, it's like you're looking into space, and it looks like the map is like you see little bright lights that look like stars, but you still see the outline of the shore of the coast, and you see like this beacon, like this kind of light that's like lighting up and going, and lighting up and going, and lighting up and going out, and lighting up and going out on the map, and then your laptop shuts off, and then the trees, the light all of a sudden kind of rushes back. It's like color is being restored into the world, like one of those old films from like the 30s or 40s, where everything kind of just comes back to life, and you're all kind of standing there.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. This is why I don't have a computer.
I mean, that doesn't happen to you guys often?
Seriously, Chad?
It does happen to you.
I just thought that was a Search Team 7 thing, and it wasn't a Search Team 6 thing. So
No, I
was just concerned.
totally get it, man. I paid extra.
Oh.
Paid extra for that feature.
How much do I gotta pay for that?
Yeah.
He like pulls out a credit card.
What do you have in your pockets?
I'll
take it.
Okay, he just like hands him a stack of like 20.
That'll do nicely.
So
It's like $300 or something.
I'm with.
I just rolled a 3, so yeah, it's $300 in 20s.
Okay, cool. We'll take it. So that's so. Do I add that?
Yeah, it's $300
Oh, yeah,
in 20s.
Okay.
I'll subtract it.
You can use the Null Shore currency of gold. Yeah, we're using gold.
Okay.
It's a 1-to-1 conversion.
So I'll try and sell him back the money later.
What are you, Venezuela?
Topical.
Actually, no, I'll do it right now. I'll tell him that I'll buy his flip-flops for 300. So Chad, I'll buy your flip-flops for 300.
Bro, these are my special flip-flops. I don't think I can part with them. They're sentimental value.
I was about to say Glomin's in the mix now.
Yes, got a bidding war.
I'm going 300 only.
Nah, bro. I gotta hold on to them. You know, can't pedal barefoot. And you see him standing next to like a BMX bike, like he's about to unlock it.
Okay, I'll buy the BMX
His
bike
butt.
for 300.
Yeah. No, it's not a BMX. It's a swing,
Whoa.
Your pedal bike.
and it's chained on the back of my trail.
Oh,
That's for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
How
bro,
about your
nah.
Coors Light shirt?
No. He has a Coors Light cooler backpack.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
And like one of those like plain white Kanye West $900
Yes,
t-shirts.
exactly.
Oh, nice.
You've
The
nailed it.
flip flops are those Bud Light flip flops that you got out of.
Like you hold on to
Alright.
that cash. You look like you could use it. You look like you're on some rough times. Your laptop
Yeah.
just kind of shorted out there. So
Oh yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah.
We'll do that for now.
Did you just forget that like the world like lost color and then just came back and your laptop fucked off?
Well, that's what I was just coming back to. I just wanted to fuck
Oh
with
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
you guys told me that was normal.
First the flip flops.
Well, the priorities, right?
than reality bending technology.
So yeah, my laptop DM, is that back on now?
You hit the power button and it doesn't turn back on.
It doesn't turn back on.
You
at
get
all.
the little light that lets you know your battery is drained.
Like completely drained.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Chad pulls out
Get
a
to
battery
charge it.
pack for his phone. And is like, will this help?
I don't think it will though.
It's got like a USB 3.
Right.
Or USB-C, sorry.
USB-C, yeah. And my laptop's a tactical, so I don't think it would work.
It's Chad. Come on.
sorry,
He's got an
bro.
iPhone. It's got a lightning port.
Yeah.
Chad's got like
Blame it
the
all.
what are the large iPhone models? I bet
Absolutely.
it's like the fucking huge iPhone.
Oh, like the Max?
Yeah, the Max or whatever.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Because that's Xander has the 12 Pro Max.
You hear Lawrence on the ground. You're like, man, I'm flip flopping my way into hell.
As he's on the floor complaining, Rowdy just goes over and does that like super weird things that dogs do where they'll go to sit on like your neck,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're like you're laying down and they're just like, oh, this is a good place
Yeah.
to sit. So Rowdy's just gonna like sit on his neck and like kind of like covering up his mouth with his like hind quarter or something.
Oh, this is how I comfort people. Hope you're feeling comforted, buddy.
Hope you feel better, Lawrence.
Oh,
His tail's just slapping him on his
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah.
He's had a rough day. Lawrence is like, oh goddamn, that wolf in the suit's back.
we're by our vehicles, right?
It's your father. Yeah. We're like, the driver's side rear door is probably like where you got your laptop set up.
I feel
We're-
like
we're at the vehicles.
I feel like Xander would have some sort of charging apparatus on his bike, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. You
I
probably have something like that.
Ed, I didn't realize we're at our vehicles. Ed would say, I've got a converter in the truck. You know, plug in
Inverter.
your laptop. Whatever the fuck you call it.
Could I borrow your converter?
After that
Fritz.
comment, Ed's like, never mind. I don't. It's in my other truck.
Yeah.
Ed turns over his truck and
It converts it from truck to laptop.
yeah, Ed turns over his truck
Converter.
and it's got like a little 120 volts.
Yeah, he's got one of them little bricks you plug into like the cigarette lighter type thing.
All right. So
He unplugs the cigarette lighter and plugs that in.
with Ed's permission, I'll use it to charge the laptop to see if I can turn it back on.
Yeah, you
Go
guys
for
wait
it.
like a couple minutes and it seems like it gives you a little blinking indicator that it's charging.
Okay.
Roman will quickly use the button himself and leave some slime on the button.
Does Ed notice this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I do a check to see if notice he does that?
Are you trying to be careful or stealthy?
Oh, no, I'm trying to turn it on.
Oh.
Everyone sees this.
Um,
Oh god, Ben.
Ed's gonna open up the glove box and take out like some paper towels or like napkins from some fast food convenience store and just go
I was
over
going to
and
say,
wipe it off.
moist towelettes.
Fucking
Yeah,
Mary
yeah.
Brown's napkins and ketchup
Yeah.
packets.
Yeah, they all tumble out. Empty cigarette packs.
what does his poison do again?
It poisons
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's just straight up poison. It's not like anything else. It's not like
No,
a
it's-
hallucinogen. Or...
So the poison
gives you
condition gives you
disadvantage.
disadvantage on all attack rolls.
And ability checks.
And
It makes you fall in love with me.
Also,
Well, that's what I mean. Like, did he put a twist on it?
it's canon. It's canon.
I put a spell on you.
It may be canon, but we're in the McCannon truck.
Oh,
So-
good one.
How long do we have to wait to see if the laptop plugs in
I don't
or
know.
turns on?
If you guys stick around for like 10 minutes, it'll have enough charge to start to boot up. Anne is just like, guys, I'm really tired and I got to run with one of you guys. So once we're clued up, does someone mind giving me a run back home?
Yeah, the second we know where Dale is, we're gonna send.
Right, Dale. Okay.
We'll send somebody off with one of the vehicles. You could probably actually take the kids and bring them back home, and we'll take off after Dale.
So
It might be actually in the best interest if Lawrence go with you as well.
Oh man, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just so fucking tired.
I'm just gonna keep hitting the power button until it goes on.
Yeah, I mean it is booting up, and you see like your little whatever your operating system shows, and it boots back up. It doesn't reload anything. It just brings you back to like your little standard page, like your desktop.
When all that was happening, would I have noticed like where that flashing beacon was as that was happening, or was it too
Yeah,
fast?
you guys saw the coastline. So if you you kind of like go back into Google Maps, and it looks normal. It looks terrain view, and
Right.
you like scan the coastline again, and you see like all the streets and all the houses now, and like it was taken at night, so you can see like all the little lights and stuff like that. And it looks as though where that little glow was shining is the lighthouse in Light Harbor.
So I'm gonna just quickly.
Oh, if we already have a location, then I'm just going to give my keys to the Trailblazer to Anne and Ed. Are you cool if we all ride with you? I don't mind hopping in the van.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna drop a pin on the map and then just email it to everyone's phone.
We know where the lighthouse is.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know where the lighthouse is.
You send it to me, and it goes to some obscure simpatico.nullshore.com email address on some Commodore.
Somehow, when I send it, I feel dial-up tone in my body.
Ben, your phone. Ben, your phone.
Yeah,
your phone is ringing.
Yeah.
You like answer your phone, and like Doreen's like, "Hey,
this has been Lockyer.
Hey, it's Doreen. Did you fax me something?"
I certainly didn't fax you anything. I always get you to fax for me.
Something just came in on the fax, and it's a bunch of gibberish. I see this little thing, and I can see Google up there, and then it's just a bunch of letters and numbers and some shit.
Doreen, it's 10 minutes after 2 in the morning. Why are you at the office?
All those fucking you're in the search party. All the other fucking search parties were coming back, and I was just making sure everyone was getting back.
Doreen,
you know what?
I believe we were the last ones, and I have not known you to use such abrasive language before. You're a good Christian woman. So I am officially relieving you. You can go home, and I'll see you back in tomorrow.
Are you drunk?
I'm not firing you. I'm telling you to go home.
Good Christian woman, not cursing. All right. Hey, listen. Take a look at this fax. I don't know what's going on with that. It's like some shit. And
You called me on a 27-year-old flip phone. I can't take a look at anything, Doreen.
Well, maybe it's like maybe we should call someone about it. Hey, and the radio's acting up too. Fucking everything's going to goddamn shit in this fucking. They don't give us a budget for fucking anything. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna lock up. See you tomorrow.
All right. Anne has my vehicle, so if you see somebody driving around in the Trailblazer, don't be alarmed. Anne is bringing a bunch of kids that we found in the woods back home.
Oh, if she returns it, ask her to bring some big goods tomorrow.
Yes, I think that's just like a standing item on her list now that we're hanging
I think
out.
it is. All right. Good night.
Good night. Who the hell is sending me a fax?
So Xander will just
back.
just cold stone face stare at him as if like he doesn't understand why he lives in the past like that. Won't say a
my
word.
Phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's still my phone holds a charge like a fucking Kindle. I haven't plugged the thing in since
like 19
3
Dickety
weeks
2.
Yeah.
Ben strikes me as the type of person still have a bag phone in his truck.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, the one
in
with the shoulder strap.
Trailblazer,
Yeah.
there's 100% a bag phone. 100%.
Kids, if
I
you
wish those still worked.
Listen,
Listen,
what a bag phone is.
I'm young. I'm a purposeful Luddite.
I'll pack up my stuff and I'll start my bike and ask like if we're heading out or if we're just gonna sit here and sing Kumbaya for a bit.
Oh,
No, we're
can
heading to
we?
Lighthouse right away.
Okay.
Kumbaya.
So-
Yeah, everybody hop in the truck. We'll take off. They'll still charge your laptop while we're going.
Yeah, you guys pile in. Xander probably takes his bike.
Yeah.
The rest of you get together. Anne and Lawrence. Lawrence hops in the back, and all the kids hop in with Anne. And she's like, "Give me a call tomorrow. I'll take care of the kids and make sure they all get home."
I'll call you when I wake up. You can come pick me up.
Yeah, sounds good. And she takes off. It's maybe a 25-minute drive to. Well, I'd say actually going through the community and everything, it's closer to a half hour, I suppose. But yeah, it doesn't take you guys.
If Ed's driving, it's a 20-minute drive.
It's a 20-minute drive. Me and Rowdy are in the back. Me and Rowdy are in the pan of the truck, just like.
Rowdy's like, "Hey,
Holding
I
on
love
to your
this."
life. I got the wind in my hair, George. The wind in my hair.
Sorry, that was a gross noise for our podcast listeners.
Just a small point. There is no bed of the truck. There is no. It is. It's a covered truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
okay.
But yeah, you guys pull up
We're living large.
to the there's like a parking lot for the lighthouse. You know, people like to park and hike around and all that good stuff.
During the drive, Chad was just like, anybody else think it's weird we started a search party at night rather than during the day?
So glad I'm on my motorcycle
No.
right
No. Oh, okay.
Yes, here, man.
What?
now.
Did we start the search at night?
Yeah, you start at 7.
Yes.
Yeah, why would we be looking through the woods in the middle of the night rather than the day when we have the sun with us?
Yeah, I just made up an arbitrary number when I said it was like 2 a.m.
It is. It's
but
past midnight.
It's probably close. Yeah, it's probably close
Yeah.
to that.
Well, I suppose it's probably better we find her sooner rather than later. So
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's go find Dale.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are at the lighthouse, so you guys tell me what you're doing.
Oh, we enter the lighthouse.
yeah, is it like right next to the parking lot? Is it like Cape Spear distance? Is it
Yeah, it's probably like Cape Spear.
like Fairyland distance?
No, it's like
Okay.
Oh, okay.
it's like Cape Spear. Yeah. For those listening, yeah, it's like it's just a couple minute walk really from the little parking area up like a little boardwalk, and it's nice like flat area on the cliff side, and you can, you know, if it wasn't the dead of night, sorry, I just had like a wild idea. If this was Lost Frontier, what would happen right now? My brain just jumped. I was like, oh, that'd be nope, different game. But yeah, the Null Shore Lighthouse has stood as a beacon guiding all from a rocky demise upon the coastline. Standing roughly 150 feet high, the lighthouse is a symbol of Null Shore, with many residents having memorable experiences there. Whether it's a hiking trip, first dates, watching the sunrise or sunset, the lighthouse stands as a historical monument for the area and the people alike. The main door that leads to the first floor is open, blowing slightly in the wind on its hinges. Inside is pretty well exactly what you would expect. The first floor is fairly open. There's a small kitchen to the left, a round table with a few chairs around it, and some cards have been like kind of scattered all over the table. Crates line the wall and under the stairs, further near the left, kind of like next to the kitchen area, underneath the stairs. While the stairs themselves rest along the north wall, if you're thinking about it from where you're looking right now, if let's say you guys enter from the south, the north wall is where the stairs go up. Continuing around, kind of clockwise, near the stairs is a kind of a little cozy fireplace, and a very dull light is kind of flickering ever so faintly, and a chair is pulled up in front of it. Along the right wall of this circular room is a writing desk, and you see maps and a globe and papers and an old clock and writing utensils and various other things kind of scattered around. There's some dust kind of laying around. But the main feature of this room is what looks like over a 15-foot tall wooden statue of a winged maiden. She's holding out her hand as if she once held something in it, and her other hand is over her eyes, looking far off to the distance. It is expertly carved statue, but it looks like it's seen some better years. Small amounts of rot can be seen in the woodwork and kind of slowly eating away at the statue. And as you kind of enter, and you guys are all kind of like looking around the statue and the kitchen and the fireplace and the desk and all that stuff, you peer up where the stairs kind of spiral up through the lighthouse. Above you, there's a floor probably 20 odd feet up, and you see a wooden, the wooden roof for you guys, but obviously the floor up. And then wooden cross beams kind of crisscross their whole way up this lighthouse. And another light obviously can be seen flickering far above you. Further beyond that, up is the top floor, where you assume houses the beacon of the lighthouse.
Is this a functioning lighthouse, or is this kind of set up like a historical site?
A little bit of both, yeah. And the drone...
So there's a lighthouse keeper?
There has not been a lighthouse keeper in recent years.
Okay.
So
No
it is
wikis?
open to put my drone up there so that we don't have to go all the way up?
You can pop your drone out and yeah.
Okay.
It's
How tall did you say it is?
it's like 150 feet.
150
Yeah,
feet.
she's a big one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I googled
I'll
the
do that.
tallest
Is,
lighthouse.
I'll
Is
do that,
Willem
but I'll do it
Dafoe or
slowly.
Robert Pattinson nearby?
Yeah, they're both outside losing their fucking minds.
The drone that I have is the DJI FPV, so it's small, but it has accident avoidance.
Did you charge it?
Well, it would have charged on the. Well, yeah, because it was charging when I was in my backpack. Right. How long did it take for the drive?
30 minutes, really, since you. Oh wait, no, with the wall. Oh yeah, it's been charging for like 2.5 hours, I guess. Yeah,
Right.
You can. Yeah. I forgot about the
Okay.
walk. Yeah.
You have 4 minutes of flight time.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like the small first-person drone. So it has the object avoidance on it and stuff. So I'll just kind of carefully put it up through the rafters or wherever it can fit to see how high I can put it.
Yeah, for sure. The most of the lighthouse is open. You spot like the little second floor, and it's kind of like a half moon, or almost actually it goes 3/4 of the way around, like this little walkway. There's like a little like a bed and stuff like that on this like little second. It kind of seems like the bottom place is kind of eating and relaxing and going over maps and all that, and then the next floor up from that is kind of where the bunks and stuff would be, not sleeping quarters because it's all open, but where they where they'd sleep and stuff like that. As you kind of continue spiraling up and up and up, it actually caps off, and there's a physical door you have to go through to get to the actual where the light of the lighthouse is.
So you're saying that since we're not in space, there are doorknobs here?
Yeah, there are many doors and many doorknobs.
Many
So
doors.
I'll bring the drone back down, because I'm guessing on the way up it would have saw if there was like someone there.
Yeah, you didn't see anyone. It's just
Right.
They also definitely would have heard it.
The drone? Oh yeah. Yeah, totally.
If this is the main level where we saw Dale, can I actually, you know what? For a second, you said the statue looked like she was holding something.
Yeah, it.
Do we know? Do we know what she was holding at one point?
Give me a history check.
And just before I forget, I'm charging my drone.
Yeah.
While
there you go.
While Xander, the person who Ed doesn't know, is setting up his drone and flying it up.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a look around and see if there's like a basement or like some kind of a cellar or something. You know, like one of those doors is just in the floor.
Yeah, for sure. Give me a give me investigation because you're kind of getting in and going around and doing stuff. Anyone else doing anything else?
5.
Beautiful.
Chad is just shuffling the cards that were on the table.
I'm just gonna make my way up the stairs.
Yeah, Chad
rolled a net.
Chad has poker chips.
Absolutely.
Ben rolled a natural 20 on his history check.
Ooh, buddy. Juicy lore. Juicy lore. We love juicy lore. Let me.
Who carved it?
Bill.
What kind of wood is it?
Teak.
Ah, yes, Bill, the lighthouse keeper. Wow, that's a fucking heavy statue.
Yeah.
Teak. It's not teak. There's no teak around here. Here's what I'll tell you. With a nat 20, you have that book, A Timeless Monument, in your inventory that Glomin found with his amazing roll in the pond when he swam down to find if there was anything else at the bottom of the pond. And
I forgot he
came up with this bound book with gold text on the front that says A Timeless Monument. This is the history of the Null Shore Lighthouse, dating back as far as they can possibly. Any researchers and historians have come around. Ed, you do not find a latch. Sorry, I just remembered. Dating back quite again as far back as they can possibly think. Historians have kind of pieced together different journals and notes and like exploration notes of people who first kind of landed on Null Shore, like way back in like the 1600s. And much like the Gloomwood, there was a sizable forest that took up this entire area, much like kind of like Newfoundland, where everything was a fucking forest, and obviously civilization happens. But there was one particular massive tree that stood exactly where this lighthouse was. Settlers came and decided they needed wood to build houses, and what better wood source than this massive fucking tree, like this absolute giant, like 200 foot odd tree. The tree was reduced to a fraction of its former self, and from the remains, a master woodworker carved a maiden in the memory of the mighty tree. Almost on cue as you're kind of reading through, it seems like a lot of horrific events kind of fell onto the village that popped up, the little community that stood on the shores. People would start vanishing at night. Villagers were claiming that demons were coming out of the woods and taking them away and stalking and hunting them. Priests attempted to cleanse the land, but it's imagined they didn't really fully understand the nature of the problem, as most priests, back in those days. Historians kind of claimed it was like an extinct breed of wolves that were responsible for the demon attacks, like they have it in like quotations, demon attacks. And for the disappearances, they figure people likely found other settlements, or people back in those days did get lost in the woods and they didn't have the survival skills, and they would sadly perish. But this maiden was carved out of that tree and is still rooted into the ground. You notice she comes up out of the floor, and the floor is built around her. And it's her hand that she's holding out is kind of like broken off like not her hand itself, but it looks like whatever was in her hand was broken. And with a nat 20, it was like a little lantern that she once held, and she's kind of like holding the lantern and like looking out, and her view is out over the coast.
All right. When I have this revelation of the fact that this statue was carved out of the tree and its roots are still into the earth, I don't have a whole lot of like plant practice as a druid. Most of my stuff is kind of like earth based and fire based. But I'm gonna try, because anytime I really draw power from the earth, I kind of like put my fingers on the soil or whatever. But for this one, I'm gonna kind of like go up to her and kind of put my hands on the wood and kind of like, and I'm gonna cast. I don't have any specific things to plants, but I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts, and when I do, I'm kind of sending that power, that spell energy, through the tree into the ground. But I'm knowing that lore about the tree was cut down, and then there was a vengeance from the forest, and it was in the shape of wolves, and I just saw a wolf. I'm specifically seeing if there's a connection between the wolf and this tree maiden. So I'm trying to do this Detect Thoughts thing to see if I can sense that wolf creature around. Because if there's any connection between the wolf spirits and then this dead tree woman, I might be able to ping something there.
I like it. I really like that. That's cool as fuck. Yeah, for sure. You start kind of going through those motions. That's an action probably, right? Detect Thoughts, I would admit.
Oh, absolutely.
So while Chad is sitting down shuffling cards, he has poker chips somehow. He's just like, Glomin, what are you doing while this is happening?
Glomin's probably sitting down with Chad, to be honest.
I love it.
You know,
Playing some heads up, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's feeling he's gonna cast on off and turn off Xander's phone.
That's a cantrip, right? I think.
Yeah, it's cantrip.
Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, Xander, your phone is just shuts off in your hand. Actually, sorry, what are the Glomin, tell me, what is it to say VSM or anything for the components or anything like that?
Oh, BS.
Okay, so you need to say something, and it's like you're saying and moving. So tell me, like, with a hand motion and saying something, what is Glomin doing as this has happened? Like, what do you do to cast this?
He's gonna be like, he's gonna put his hand towards Xander and be like, close his eyes and put his other hand towards Chad and be like, I predict ace high will be I predict an ace.
Chad flips a card.
That's it.
Yeah, as soon as he says I predicted ace, Xander's phone turns off. Chad, just give me a luck check. Just roll me a natural 20, and it's an ace.
just roll you a natural 20, hey? Let me.
Yeah, just roll a natural 20. That's it.
The 7.
7. No, it's it's a 2 of clubs. But Xander's phone shuts off.
Oh.
So while everyone was doing that, I was going up to the top level.
Yes, you're going up to the top level. Ed, I'll get to that in 1 second too. Ed, what were you doing also?
Well, if there's anybody heading up to the top, I'll go along with him.
Okay, so you and Xander are going up to the top. The first floor or the second floor, I guess, technically, that you come across is the, just looking at my little reference here. You guys kind of crest the stairs. The stairs continue in, you guys are on I was wrong, it's a complete circle. So there's a circle you're looking down at with a railing that is the bottom floor, the ground floor. And then you guys get to the top of the stairs, and it's all the little floor, and then the stairs kind of continue in front of you. With a quick glance around, it kind of confirms what Xander saw. There's a bed and some tables and some rope and a lot of little crates. You see bags of flour and some water barrels and stuff like that. And then the stairs spiral on up from there.
Is there any I guess trunks or containers or anything?
Yeah, there's a bunch of crates and stuff like that.
Can I rummage through them?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. A lot of them are actually open already. And it just has a lot of kind of fishing supplies, standard stuff. But it's it's not those rubber buoys that they have. It's the old wooden ones, the red and white wooden ones with the rope between them all. And it's mostly a lot of that. One of the crates is just nets. There's a couple of lobster pots. You see some old spears used to catch fish and stuff like that, old, really old timey harpoons. Christ, my brain. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, just a lot of kind of generic fisherman supplies.
Okay, I'll just keep.
It's set dressing.
Yeah. Yep.
Set dressing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my way to that top door and then open it.
Yeah, you guys, both of you kind of, unless Ed has anything else he's doing there.
No, I was going to say while he's looking through that, I'm going to go up and see if the thing was locked.
Yeah, you guys get up to the top and you turn the not space doorknob and the door to the top is locked and there's a little keyhole underneath it.
You turn the door knob.
I have
before Xander goes to try. Ed's gonna take out his lockpicks out of his pocket and try and pick the lock.
Yeah, give me your thieves' tools check.
I'll do sleight of hand for his wallet.
Oh.
So I got a 22 for stealing his wallet.
I got an 18 for picking the lock.
You hear the as the lock turns over. I'll let Ed give me a perception roll also. Where do you keep your wallet, Ed? In your back pocket?
19.
19.
Oh, back right pocket.
Yeah. Xander, you kind of pick up his wallet as Ed's busy doing that. You pick up his wallet and the door he turns the doorknob and it's and the top floor there is kind of this is the one. It's a half moon, and in the center is the light, the beacon of the lighthouse. Currently dim, dull. Normally it would be in 2 seconds blasting you in the face with light, but it doesn't seem to be turned on right now.
Ed's just gonna go up and put his lockpicks back in his pocket and not notice his wallet is missing.
You guys hit the top floor and let me see here. Ben, you kind of reach out. You're casting the spell, but just give me a nature check because you're kind of twisting detect thoughts a little bit, but I like it. I really dig this idea.
I got a 10.
Yeah, 10 is great. I was basically treating it as don't crit fail, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. You reach out to kind of try to communicate with the land and kind of reach out to this statue who's you as you're flipping through the book, it shows a diagram of the roots leading below the lighthouse of what was once this massive tree standing on the shores of Null Shore. And as you like cast detect thoughts, trying to make a connection with what you've already been through this night and the wolves and everything you've seen already, you kind of it's almost like you're walking through the woods again, and you're like kind of like looking around and you don't see anything, and then all of a sudden all the trees start expanding out away from you, and you're in the middle of like a field, and then the coastline rushes up in front of you, and you stop, and then the statue holding out her hand over her eyes, her head like creaks down, and she looks at you.
I knew you would come. I asked you all to come. I need your help.
And that's where we're going to end our session. I'm sure Ben wasn't expecting that to happen. Thank you all so much for listening. You can find all of our content at nofame.ca, including links to all of the podcast platforms. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser, be sure to leave a review, as it helps our podcast grow and we would all love you for it. Make sure to tell your friends and spread the word if you like what you've been listening to, and if you're able to support the show, you can check out our Patreon for exclusive content, homebrew items, maps, and more. Thanks again for listening, and we will catch you later on.
The woman just lost her lantern. That's all she lantern.
I can't do it. My voice doesn't do it. Yeah, and
I've been trying so hard, and I can't say. Getting up to pee at night with no light source is a pain. I stubbed my feet so many times. Just go get the lantern and everything will be fine. I'll stop killing people, taking your village folk. It's fine.